Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad KHAIZIQ AFIF bin Muhammad SALEHUDDIN.
Oh, hello everyone. My name is Puteri, NURUL, Iwani, BINTI, AZMAN.
Hi, I'm Muhammad SHAHMI.
Our group will explain to you about the supply of outdoor recreation opportunities. As we know, outdoor recreation is now booming and blooming around the majority country in this world. So, what is the supply of outdoor recreation resource? The supply of outdoor recreation resource is basically a process that involves a complex mix of natural amenities, public recreation sites, and private recreational activities that influenced by a variety of factors that provide opportunities for recreational experience which satisfy the local recreational needs and desires. The nature of understanding the outdoor recreational resource supply has further compounded by the fundamentally interconnected existence of recreational supply and recreational demand. So, what is the driver to supply the outdoor recreational opportunities? Firstly, diversification. In this case, stakeholders argue that diversification will increase the availability of outdoor recreation space, the potential for development, landscaping, and wider rural tourism. For example, land diversification and rural environmental opportunities will help to preserve the quality of the land available for outdoor recreation by promoting recreational and conservative management. In addition, this can make rural tourism more recognizable and avoid the hostility from communities that own the land. Secondly, urban expansion. Urban expansion can improve the quantity and access to outdoor recreational areas if successfully planned to incorporate areas such as parks, green areas, gardens, and many more. It is because it involves the growth and improvement of urban areas through changing nature of urban environment, to regeneration where stakeholders providing the recreation opportunities at doorstep felt the particular significance. The urban regeneration helps to alleviate the lack of resource available for outdoor recreation by turning the scarcity of resource into a green areas. Thirdly, the development of user-oriented areas. The development of user-oriented areas can be achieved if the outdoor recreation resource has developed at the sites that are immediately accessible to the population. This situation explains that the active participation can be emphasized and it will increase the awareness for people to join outdoor recreation activities, where it includes quiet, educational, and special interest sites. For example, like kayaking activities at lake, neighborhood playground, rock climbing, and cycling. Fourthly, the development of resource-based areas. The development of resource-based areas can be achieved if the outdoor recreation resource has developed around the natural qualities of the site. The resource-based outdoor recreation is dependent on particular element and or combination of elements in the natural and cultural environments that hard to duplicate by man. For example, the outdoor recreation of forest campgrounds, canoe trails, and wilderness areas. Lastly, the development of intermediate areas. The development of intermediate areas is where the outdoor recreation places attract people with their aesthetic qualities that are important to show their uniqueness. The intermediate areas consist of areas that has characteristics in terms of access, remoteness, and naturalness, somewhere between those of resource-based and user-oriented areas. It can be created by landscaping the picnic areas and planning to having outstanding natural or scenic features.
These are the findings. Based on the case study, there are 5 major factors that gives 5 significant changes in shaping outdoor recreation supply. The first one would be changing of urban landscape. This involves the development of public land by urban regeneration and changing complexity of the metropolitan climate. This issue was specifically important for providing recreational opportunities on the doorstep. The next one would be changing of public spending priorities. The impact of changing nature of public spending priorities must also be taken into consideration in order to safeguard the long-term interests of outdoor recreation. The synergies between other environmental concerns such as health and atmosphere and also outdoor recreation offers major possibilities that should be pursued for outdoor recreation supply. Now, the third one would be increasing access. On this matter, at the equality in the broader sense, taking into account the right of way and better services for other communities in society such as lower income classes, person with disabilities, disabled person, and also the last one is ethnic minorities. The fourth one would be transport for infrastructure and networks. Now, we have analyzed that the effect of evolving transport network, such as numbers and conditions of highway, rail connections, and etc., and on outdoor recreation before looking at the effects on outdoor recreation supply of the transport networks, such as bus, rail services, alignment, sizes, and also the volume. The last one would be growing influence of larger leisure providers. Now, as commercial leisure providers continue to invest in facilities and activities to provide a competitive leisure experience, the expectations of individual will experience of outdoor should be increased. Now, if participation in outdoor recreation is to rise and increase, the availability of outdoor recreation places would have to fulfill those standards. Now, the broader recreational industries accelerate commercialization may have major implication for the outdoor recreational scene in Malaysia and also international and global countries. Now, any people should express questions about these companies being disproportionately influential. Now, other findings that we can highlight here is that there are 3 issues related to the supply of outdoor recreation, which is access, quantity, and also quality. The first one is access, where more green areas such as parks, gardens, tree-lined squares, and streets need to be incorporated into current urban environment. This problem favorably overlaps with the redevelopment programs in urban areas where urban growth takes place. Sufficient green space must be specifically factored into the plannings of the outdoor recreation supply. Now, the second one is the quantity. This is where the spaces for outdoor recreation which is specifically related to the quality of outdoor space. Now, the management of high quality natural environment and recreation would be argued that the evolution of spaces for outdoor recreation calls for an efficient case-by-case management for leisure and restoration. Now, the last one would be quality. Quality is where the quantity or scarcity of outdoor spaces in which land sustainability is crucial problem affecting to the development of long-term outdoor leisure areas. Now, as the introductions of this case study, property is an infinite resource. Therefore, any extension of outdoor leisure opportunities is constrained by the availability of land. Because of the scarcity of spaces, outdoor recreation opportunities are often restricted by goals of competing uses such as transport, urban expansions, defense use, and lastly is agriculture use.
As a conclusion from a discussion that we have made, we indicate that the supply of recreation opportunities is involved a complex combination of natural amenities, public recreational sites, and private recreation parks. The supply of outdoor recreation is very important for the management team and for the user. First of all, for the management team, it is very important because they could increase their knowledge with knowing which type of resources between outdoor recreation are very trusted. The second one, for the user, it could add a curiosity among the user of the facility or a visitor of one's recreation park to know about the value and the benefit that have been provided by the outdoor recreation park. The first type of classification is user-oriented sites. User-oriented sites can be understood with a developed sites that are immediately accessible to the population, or it is a friendly facilities for the user to use it. However, the supply of outdoor recreational opportunities is divided into three classifications, which are user-oriented sites, resource-based area, and intermediate areas. Last type of the classification in the supply of outdoor recreational opportunities is intermediate areas. Intermediate areas can be created through the development, landscaping, and other planning without using any natural facilities. Meanwhile, there are some factors that drive the supply of outdoor recreation opportunities, which are diversification, urban expansion, development of user-oriented areas, development of resource-based areas, and development of intermediate areas. Diversification could create the environment become more original into nature that could provide relaxation and healthier for their user. Next, the other factor is urban expansion. Urban expansion that involves the growth and improvement in one area, and it could improve the quality and the quantity of the facilities for the user to use it in outdoor activities. Other than that, the development of user-oriented areas also could be as one of the factors that drive the supply of outdoor recreation opportunities. The development of user-oriented areas is important for the management and the user because if there are no development in one set area of outdoor recreation park, it could not attract people to come at their place and cannot provide their user with quality of the facilities. Next, the other factor is development of resource-based areas. It develop of one site area using the quality of natural habitat. It depends on the element and make a combination towards any outdoor recreation park that are using the existence of nature habitat. Last but not least, the development of intermediate areas which offer its own unique and qualities. This development is the middle development between the development of resource-based areas and the development of user-oriented areas.
That's all from us. Bye!